Hello, Leapers. Some of you might know me. My name is Frederic Laloux. I wrote a book called Reinventing Organizations that I've been told was really popular inside Leap just actually after it came out in 2015 before you adopted Holacracy. And yeah, I've been told that this year, 2022, is the year of courage at Leap. And yeah, I found that really an inspiring choice because I feel that courage is really what is demanded of us in the years to come. The courage to face uncomfortable realities, right? And especially now, I'm thinking, with our sort of work hat on, with our organizational hat, so much of the destruction that's happening in the world, the climate crisis that we're in, the destruction of precious ecosystems, but also the widening inequalities, the hollowing out of democracies, a lot of that is happening through work that is being done inside corporations, inside organizations. But just like, if we face honestly what, the clients are doing, it's a big topic, and it starts with the courage, I find, to be real with ourselves, right? And to say, just acknowledge that and not look away, not say like, yeah, but everybody's doing it, or yeah, but there's no alternative, but actually just pause and look at that. And personally, it's become a really big topic for me, especially on the environmental front and the climate front. I sort of thought that I knew because for 10 years it's been sort of present in my life, but something like 2-3 years ago, it sort of went from here to here. We had friends visiting, and we were impressed by their willingness to really find out what is going to happen in their lifetimes and for their children. And so my wife and I looked at each other and said, like, you know what, we're still sort of avoiding the topic. We're still sort of blocking it out every time we see an article pass by that is like talks about the severity of the climate crisis. We're like, not sure I want to read this. And so we decided, okay, let's really find out, and let's accept whatever emotions come up. And we did it, and we read, and sure enough, like, we were really affected. And it inspired us to start a new project. We call it The Week. And it's a series of 3 workshops to be done in groups, to face the challenge that our generation faces, and come out of it, and really find our place in what is, whether we want it or not, sort of the challenge of our generation, the adventure of our generation. Either we fix this, or I don't know what the alternative is. And I know that some of you at Leap have already tried a prototype version of this, and I thank you for that. It's wonderful to see that this humble prototype that we're doing is already sort of spreading. And I know that the week will soon become an official training course at Leap. And here again, just like with reinventing organizations, it looks like you're one of the pioneers, because there aren't that many organizations out there yet that are as actively integrating this new project of mine and my wife into what you're doing at Leap. So yeah, there you are. And today, the topic is courage. And we often see courage as this thing that allows us to go where it's hard and to overcome fear. I've come to see courage more as something that at some point, when we're clear about our integrity, it doesn't even feel courageous anymore, because we just know that that's the one thing we're meant to do. But in order to get there, it's so much easier when you do it in groups. And so that's why I'm so impressed that you do it together, because I found it in my life, when I felt like a real clarity on something that I would do. But if I was the only one, I felt like that I would stand out and other people wouldn't understand me. Whereas if we do it in groups, suddenly everything becomes easier. And so I hope you take advantage of, the offering of today, and that your company can play a big role in this transition. And on the other hand, if it's not the right thing for you and you just want to take advantage of a day without worries, then, then that's great. Frankly, I have no idea what the place of, digital will be in a more sustainable world. But I've come to love asking questions that have no answers, or no answers yet. So often as leaders, we're afraid of asking questions for which we have no answers because we fear that it might make us look weak or bad leaders, or we shouldn't be in a leadership position if we don't have immediate answers. And I've come to see that it's the opposite. It doesn't take a great leader to ask a question for which we know we'll find that answer, but it actually takes a really great leader to ask a question and I go like, I don't know what the answer is, but we'll find out together, right? We'll play and we'll find our way into this. And so, what's the way that you could play, that Leap could play, that digital could play in this? I don't know, but I have a sense that it's going to be an important role because it sounds like you are pioneers in your DNA. And so, if anyone can ask a question and say, we don't know the answer yet, but we'll live into the answer, it sounds like it might be you. So I wish you a great conference, and hopefully, many of you will join the week later this year. Bye.